Second. What's up? What's up?
Why wasn't okay? I thought we had a plan who was going to start this.
Gather around, Skull brothers and
What's
sisters.
up?
You're looking at the super show of all super shows. I'm not Dave, and therefore I'm not entirely sure how that line goes. But welcome everybody to the first ever SKOLFEST review / pregame show / we just wanted to get together and talk to you guys some more. How's everybody doing tonight?
Let's go. Let me do some shout outs right away here. We got Skull Mafia in here. We've already seen all your messages. We appreciate you, Skull Mafia. That's our guy. That's our guy. D Will in the building. Sodak in the building. Anthony Webb. We see you. Gary, my boy, Gary. Let's go. Let's go. Score for life. Our guys score for life. Mary's in the building. What's up, Mary? Raymond. We got Raymond. Who am I missing here? My worthless opinion. Skull for life. Barber. Let's go. Let's go. Z31. The McAndrews. Let's go. Let's go.
Don't forget Justin.
Who else we got? Am I missing anybody? The McAndrews. I said that. Yeah. How about no? What's up, dude? What's up? Hey, your card is out, by the way.
No? I like that one.
How about no? Okay, Fizzle in the building. Key in the building. Man, you kept that easy for me on that one. Berserk, hey, what up? That's my cousin right here. Vaughn Joyner.
What's up, Vaughn? How you doing?
Let's go. All right. What are we
thinking
thinking?
My guy, man? Justin. I mean, he's my guy simply because he's got the same name I do, but Justin. That's all right.
Justin makes my boy in there too.
I think there's no better way to start this off than to let young JJ talk about his experience over the weekend. I think that'd be the best way to kick this bad boy off.
All right.
So the floor is yours.
Cue JJ.
First of all, let me talk about my flight back. First of all, it was so funny how Uncle Jamie was on my flight back, though. I'll never stop talking about that. That was crazy.
Were y'all on the same plane?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah. So, obviously, I'm in Boston right now. JJ's out of Massachusetts. But, yeah, I was just hanging out right before we boarded. I was just hanging out, pretty much sleeping in the airport, and then went to the bathroom real quick. JJ and his mom just sitting right there, and I just walked right up. To them without saying until they recognized it was me. And I was wearing my glasses and stuff too, so I was, threw him for a loop for a second.
Incognito.
I thought he was disguised on purpose.
I showed up just
because of the rush of fans. He didn't want to have airport full of fans.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it was super cool to see JJ off after all of that, and it was a big surprise to both of us because even if we're going to the same airport, what's the chances that we're on the same exact flight and everything? So it was a super cool way for me to finish this weekend. That was awesome. That was awesome. So how about the rest of your weekend, JJ? So you had, I mean, where can you start? I mean, you were on Fox News. You got to meet some Vikings players.
By the way, you were cold as ice on that one, man. You were good.
The
what up, Maverick?
Ice in the veins.
The flight to Minnesota was actually a lot smoother, I would say. And then we landed, and then I obviously got picked up in that limo, which was really nice. One of Tommy Kramer's 3 limos by a man named Tom Bergeson. I think he works with like other fans or something like that. And then I go to Tommy Kramer's house. I sign his fridge just to let his household know that I was there, because other people did that. And, I think it was really crazy how there were other people like Randy Moss and guys like the older Vikings. They all visited his house before. And I thought it was cool for me to do that too. And then I finally got to see his Packer party for the first time, obviously.
I was just going to ask you that.
Yeah, and then the minute I saw that, I'm like, Mr. Kramer, I got to go real bad. Real bad.
He grabbed a bottle of water, chugged it down, and like, I gotta go to the bathroom now, man.
No,
Hold on.
JJ, you're not supposed to do that in the urinal.
The Packer urinal. That's awesome.
Good job, nephew, man.
Skolger Soup's in the building. What up,
Hey, there he
Skolger?
is. What's going on?
Maverick,
Shout out
the
Skolger
Enigma.
Soup, Mav, everybody in the building, man.
go.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Shout out to hiking,
I
by
will
the
say
way.
the best thing for me about this weekend, and I've said it multiple times, is now being able to know what most of these people in the chat look like.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know
I
they're
don't
going.
put a face to all of them.
Now I know what Too Evil to Hope looks like.
Yeah,
Think about
That's
it.
Yeah, too
he has
evil.
lost.
Where is
He has
Too
lost.
Evil?
man.
He has lost
He'll be in here.
all of his mystery to me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
It
that
is.
Jade walks up. I'm standing next to Too Evil to Hope, and I said, I give you 5 guesses who this is. Is he like really big chatter? Oh, and she immediately says Too Evil to Hope. Like knew him like that.
Immediately.
Yeah,
Immediately.
yeah.
Oh, then
Hey, that's my boy, man. Shout out real quick, man. Big shout out to Too Evil to Hope, though, man. Like he was the first person I encountered when I got into Minnesota, man. And just straight Southern. I'm from the South, so Southern hospitality, man. He showed that in the Midwest, bro. Like that's a fact. So shout out
Let's
to
go.
him, man.
Let's go.
Minnesota nice.
Yeah, man. That Minnesota nice definitely kicked in, man. Like, hey, he was official, man, the whole weekend, man. Like, hey, you need anything? Boom, boom. And asking me all the time. You good? You good? A room straight? Like he hooked us up, bro. For sure.
Let's compare that to the people in Boston.
Yeah.
Boston.
There ain't no Boston nice. That ain't for dang
Get
sure.
your own
Exactly.
Get your own
Get your own car.
Hey, who in the chat
I
thinks we should do a
got two of my really good friends are from Taunton, so they got that Boston accent. You know what I'm saying?
Who in the chat thinks we should do a panel like this like once a week?
Oh boy.
Man, I ain't got time to do
Yes.
this.
Yeah, that one 'cause I just
I have
I
6 hours of my
ain't got
life.
no more time, dog. I'm gonna
I
keep it
know,
real. My
right?
time.
we got to
is
keep
like-
this. We got to keep this a special event. You know,
Right. We gotta
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
it to
Special
this.
event.
I mean,
like
once
a
a month,
draft.
maybe once a month,
maybe.
or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be
there you
cool.
go.
Mike can pull
But
that
no.
off.
So
real
what
quick.
was everybody's? So I mean, we all had a great time at
Yeah.
SKOLFEST. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I gotta agree with Casey. Meeting everybody and getting a face to everybody. Man, that was such a surreal moment. I can't. It's, we've been talking about this for a couple months. All of us, creating our channel, meeting each other on here, getting to see each other in real life, and then getting to meet everybody else who's in here all the time. And it's just this real experience. When you start a podcast like this or you do anything like this, it's one of those things where you don't expect that to happen. You don't really put that on there. You're like, hope you can come on here and, I don't know, make some money or something. But you find out like there's way more to this shit than, oh, sorry, JJ.
Earmuffs.
Earmuffs. I mean,
Earmuffs,
come
my
on,
bad,
man.
my bad.
Come
Sorry, my
on.
bad. Who's in the building, by the way? Who's in the building? Hello, Mama.
Hey,
JJ
look,
here.
who would have
So-
thought? Who would have thought that Jamie would have been the first one to have to say earmuffs? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know,
Everybody would have
right?
thought Uncle Rap would have been
Shout
the
out
first
to
one.
you.
I'm doing
What's
better,
going on,
nephew.
Dave?
What up, Sculpture?
You should be proud of me, nephew. I ain't cursed yet. You hear me?
Right.
And I've been talking a lot.
But yeah, no, it was such an awesome experience, and obviously, we're gonna keep this going for sure.
It was
You're
funny
welcome,
in
Mabel, and thank you for raising such a fine young man, and
Absolutely.
that he is at this point in his career that he can sit right in and talk like he's been doing this for 10 years. But I've said this to JJ, but I'm gonna say this to you, Mama JJ, right now. What I appreciate most about him isn't his Viking knowledge or his Vikings passion, but that he has such great manners and shows almost like the ultimate respect. We affectionately say nephew, and he always refers to us as uncles because that's, a sign of having been raised with such good manners. So we also got to say thank you to you as well for
100%.
for raising such a fine young man at the tender age of what?
Yeah.
You just turned 13, right? Okay.
13.
All right.
13.
One of the
Yeah,
things I
man.
noticed when he got interviewed, they were before they sat him down, they asked him if he saw the TV show Quarterback, and he goes, "Oh, too many bad words."
Yeah.
Shout
Man,
Shout
real
out
quick,
to
too,
Gold
yo.
2 TYA. What's up?
Yeah, real quick too, man. Like I want to let me just give a couple like special shout outs for like the people that we encounter. Like shout out everybody, man. But I want to give a huge shout out to Sodak, man. My boy Sodak, man. He's official like a referee with the whistle. You hear me? Like just a real one, man. Just as cool as I thought he was. You feel me? Like me and him locked in for life, man. Shout out my boy Sodak. And then Gary, man. Gary, bro. Listen,
Absolutely.
I can't say enough. good about Gary, dog. Like, I mean, there's just not a list long enough, bro. There's really not. Like, there's just nothing long enough to thank him, man, for everything that he did over this weekend, man. And and even before the weekend,
leading up to it,
leading up to this whole situation, man. Like, this guy is like, bro, like, people will say RAP to Glue, but I'm gonna tell you right now, man, Gary, bro, like, bro, Gary held it down, man. He overperformed, man, for sure, man. Like, straight up, man. Shout out Gary.
Gary's the foundation. Gary's the foundation of the house. You know what I'm saying?
Gary, man. Papa Gary, man.
I told this on. I said this, boys. Gigi. I said this on my show Monday that I was telling the story about when the three of us were getting to the place and we see Papa Gary on the corner. I forget which one of you said. I think it was you, Jamie, but correct me if I'm wrong. It was just like, hey, you see that guy there? Yeah. Who's that? I wonder. Oh, that's got to be Gary. I mean, just instantly, Jamie was on top of it. He's like, I bet you that's Papa Gary. We walk right up to it. It's like, yo, what's up? He's like,
hey,
Gary, right?
Skol for life too, man. Skol for life. I gotta give a shout out real quick. Skol for life pulled up everywhere we were, bruh. Like, to be real, everything we did, minus the interview with Nephew in the morning, but everything after that, Skol for life was right there beside us, bro. Right there beside us. Shout out my boy Crown 100%. In the building, man.
Crown.
Let's
Skol
go.
For life.
It was a pleasure meeting you too. I mean, it was a pleasure. Absolutely. Let me be clear. It was a pleasure meeting everybody. It absolutely was. But
Skol for life would not let his hips hold him back from having a good time this weekend.
I'm telling you, Skol for life was in the
his
building.
Hips don't lie.
He'll never follow Jamie's directions again in the bank. It wasn't that.
Oh, what happened?
Life?
Also, funny story when we met Skol for life too. When he walked into Buffalo Wild Wings, like he looks at me and SK and he's like, Skol for life. And SK is like, yeah, Skol for life. Like thinking he was.
I remember you guys saying that.
And he's like, no, Skol for life.
No,
we're like,
Skol for life.
Skol for life. I got you. That's what's up.
And then
what's going on?
Rap had him go find us in there as well. And he comes up and the same exact things happen. He comes up, Skol for life. Oh yeah, Skol for life. And he's on Skol for life. Which brings me actually to one of the highlights probably of the entire trip was when Skol Mafia is up there on the stage with that extra ticket and he got to pick out who was going to go to the game. And we were so hyped up. We had Skol for life around our arms, just pumping it up, and Skol Mafia picks him and we were all just jacked up about it. And that was such an awesome experience. And
it's hilarious. He says he's too shy to come on our shows, but then he goes up on stage and saying,
we're getting him on here.
Hey, listen, my Skol bro like that for real, bro. Like, he like that, man. Trust me, dog. I've been with my boy all weekend.
Yeah, like, he was telling he's telling me he's too shy to come on one of our shows, and then he's up there pumping up the crowd. That was awesome.
He know his role. You feel me? Like, everybody ain't with like getting on microphone and talking. Like, he just know he support us. You know what I'm saying? And he official, man. He official.
Oh yeah,
everybody official.
It was,
Skol
Mafia, everyone coming out. It was so crazy.
And as much as I was telling this to Skol Mafia, it's just like the last couple of days leading up to the thing, I was kind of getting this nervous energy because it's just like, okay, now we got to go back to our regular lives again. It's just like it would just be, like Gary said, it'd be great to do it for a week, or it'd be great to do it once a month. It's kind of one of those things that's just not feasible in life, being how spread out all of the group is. But it's just a testament to what the Vikings do to us as a community. Is that, you know what? This all started because we all decided, hey, we're going to get on YouTube and just talk about the Vikings, and we share that, common passion. And it's kind of one of those things where it's just like everybody, a lot of people had already left. And like, as I was leaving the place, I walked to my car and then I walked back in because I forgot my phone charger. And when I went back in the second time, I was just like, I don't want to leave right now. I mean, I have to because I got to get home. But
right.
Mm-hmm.
As I said on my show, next year, we will plan this out even more, because once the Vikings schedule is announced, whether they have a week 1, week 2, or at the very latest a week 3 home game, like I said, I think our goal is to do it for the home opener every year, and we'll do as many announcements as soon as we can to give people as much notice as possible, because as fun as it was, we gonna find.
We'll just make the announcement the same night scheduled release. So maybe we'll turn that into like a party where we do a live like this, like scheduled release night.
I like
you know
that.
what I mean? And we announce SKOLFEST. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Doing the home opener. Doing the home opener makes it so easy for me because then I don't need to leave.
Right.
Everybody comes to me and Justin.
Yeah. Well, no,
every single
it's you.
person here.
We're going road trip next year just because of Casey.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing it in Vegas next year, Casey.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that too. Don't twist my arm.
JJ, how do you feel about Vegas?
Green Bay. As long as it's not Green Bay, but
yeah,
in all seriousness, I mean it was just a ton of fun. I mean
but it'll get better every year too. You know, this being the first year, we just embraced all the love and we got to meet everybody. Next year, the relationships will be even stronger. We'll have new people that'll be part of the family by next year, with all of us working throughout the year, throughout the season, building new relationships as well. So, you know, just man, when you get new people in the building, y'all, Purple Gang, man, just the family, y'all know, man, make them feel welcome. You know how we do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Show the love and make sure that they feel like they're part of this family too. Unless they talking crazy, then we on their top. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, make them feel at home. Make them be.
I forgot you were in Green Bay, AJ. I forgot
AJ, man, my guy AJ. AJ smooth. Boy, my boy. That's a smooth
speaking about that, AJ,
did you finish that 24 pack?
Oh yeah. By the way, we helped you a little bit. I should have grabbed two. Eric, by the way, Yogi's working.
Yeah, he's at work. He worked nice. That's
same with SK. Same with SK. And
AJ talk about Green Bay. He asked me if I'm going to Green Bay. I said, man, hell nah. We ain't never
got the tickets now.
Vegas sounds cool though. I mean, I know I love Minnesota, but I do like visiting other places too.
Yeah.
JJ, I don't think you're probably not quite old enough to experience all that Vegas has to offer.
Probably.
I don't think you would benefit from Vegas.
You never know.
Yeah,
you dress like that, anybody will let you into anywhere, I bet. So
18th
birthday.
Listen, Vegas should stay in Vegas, and JJ should not know what's in Vegas.
Hey, never mind. Here we go. In the building.
We was just talking about you.
We're not getting any sound from you, Yogi.
Yogi.
There we are. Just
delayed.
That was a wrap.
Vegas smells like pee. Yeah, it does. It does.
How you doing, Yogi? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Just at work.
All right.
Yeah, man. We glad. Good to see you, man. Good to see you pop in the building. You know.
Hell yeah.
Yogi, the man that got us the hookup on the event.
Yogi did his thing over the weekend, man.
Absolutely.
Dude, one thing Yogi reminded me all weekend, man. Don't go to North Minneapolis, man. You know
yo, we got to call out. We were talking about you already quite a bit, Too Evil, because we appreciate you so much. But $20 super chat. Hello, crew. I'm really happy I can meet all of you guys. 215, baby.
Man, shout out to Evil, man. That's my
mother. Too Evil.
Man, change your name.
My mother effing brother, man. Too Evil, man.
Change your name.
Too Evil. I'm sorry. All the allure is gone now that I know what you look like. I'm sorry. But...
No, I love you, Too Evil. What's up, Jade? Jade's in the
Too
building.
Evil Hope, this is for you.
Great cash, homie.
Jade in the building. Shout out Jade. It was nice
building.
meeting you, Jade, as well.
Nice.
In person,
Absolutely.
man. Just a blessing
super
meeting
cool.
you in person. Like, it was just amazing, man. It just makes all this stuff so much better now. You know what I mean?
Way better. Way better.
It's like we check the box for sure. We definitely checked the box in our journey for sure.
Right. No, it was cool.
Yeah, but let's talk. I mean, let's talk about some Eagles, y'all, man. Let's do it. I think if we do like a round the horn type of deal where it'll be easier. Like kind of. So you're in the middle, Jamie. So you kind of, if you want to like pop a question, I can start, and then JJ, then we'll go. You know, Dave, Casey, Dave, and then Yogi.
I never got a chance to say my full experience.
Oh well, go ahead.
Oh yeah,
the floor is yours.
Finish it up.
Yeah. So and then I get to my hotel, and then they have like bunch of snacks for me, like a note written down, like saying how excited they are for me. And then I check, and they have all my favorite snacks. And then I'm immediately like, where are the cameras? Where do you have the cameras hidden? Because there's no way they can be that precise without knowing anything. Like, but still, isn't Delta like the official thing of the Minnesota Vikings now?
Yeah. So Delta, I think they are
were
the
last. Didn't they send that guy there
Vikings.
last year? I remember that.
Yeah,
the playoff game.
And then we so Uncle Rap didn't exactly tell me this, but I thought that when the Vikings were taking me to their studio, or their entertainment network, you know, that I'd come back and then go to the Vikings Museum with Uncle Rap. But it wasn't exactly like that. You know, they were already there while I was at the Vikings studio. Right. So, yeah. But he and Uncle SK were the ones that told me not to miss.
Are you upset about that, nephew? Did you wish you would? You wish you would have gone to the thing with us?
Well, I wouldn't want to miss out on visiting the Vikings Entertainment Network because that's not something you can do 1,000 times over compared to the Mall of America. But I wish you waited for me. That's all. Well,
it would have been too late. You got to remember, we only had X amount of time. We had to go to SKOLFEST. So that's why we did it that way. Yeah, because by the time you got done with your little thing, your thing with the Vikings, SKOLFEST was right. It was ready to go. So, you know, we tried to fit in everything, man. You know, timing sometimes it get the best of you. You know what I mean?
You know what? Next time, we're not gonna just go back on Monday. We have to make this longer.
We gotta get there on Monday. No, we gotta get there on Monday and stay until Monday. You know what I mean?
Exactly, we like that.
Skull week.
Exactly.
Let's hope it's a Monday Night Football home opener. Wouldn't that be fun?
Hey, let's go. Let's go. That'd be lit. I'm down with that.
Hey, we got Mike Sports Vibes in the building.
Hey, What's up, Vibes? Shout out to everybody in the chat. We have 5-0 coming for 50 people in the
chat.
building.
This live show on during SKOLFEST. That was fun.
What's that?
Say what?
They were live during SKOLFEST.
Shout out my boy Mike Sports Vibes, man, with the headband. You feel me? That headband go hard, man. Y'all holler at my boy for the headbands, man. Mike Sports Vibe, man. He's go hard right here.
Let's go.
Hey, when I'm getting busy, Mike Sports Vibe. Hey, my dog. Hey, when I be in that room getting busy, you know, I throw my headband on. You know what I mean? Hey, earmuffs, JJ. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
We don't need to hear about your ass getting busy.
Nah, just tripping.
JJ, he meant busy with editing. He meant busy with editing.
I'd be sweating editing these videos.
You guys are the one who said it. We ain't say it. Anyway, all right, nephew, finish out whatever else you want to say about your weekend, no matter what day it was, so we can actually talk about the Eagles. We don't want to cut your time off, so you go.
I was surprised that I was actually driven by a personal drive. Like, he had a suit and everything, and he had like an actual like a personal driver looking car that took me to the Vikings Entertainment Network, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Was it an SUV, nephew? Did they pick you up in like a black SUV or what?
Yeah. That's what it was.
Okay, so you presidential. Presidential. That thing was bulletproof.
Yeah,
a bulletproof truck.
This boy had the Secret Service driving him around.
I don't know. You know, that's usually like like President, Secret Service type. They're always like bulletproof, like Denali's, like all black Tahoes or Denali's. So it could have been, you know, because maybe they drive players around in that. You know,
they have tinted windows.
Tinted, yeah, definitely. Really.
See, that's how you know.
No.
And then before SKOLFEST, I think it was, I was already hungry. So before I went to SKOLFEST with those delicious fries and just a small Sprite, I had mom and I had to order pizza to the hotel room before going to SKOLFEST. Okay. Just like Uncle Rap did, because when you arrived to Minnesota, you had a headache and stuff, and you were hungry too, right? Yeah, and I felt the same way, minus the headache.
Yeah, I had to eat. What did we order the first night? Papa John's. Yeah, we ordered Papa John's. That's right.
Oh, we ordered Domino's.
Oh, you should have did Papa John's, nephew.
You gotta get the Taco Bell the first night.
I was about to say, y'all traveled this far just to order some takeout pizzas from some chain pizzas. You couldn't go to like Devani's or
you have more opportunities. You live in Minnesota, Uncle Dave.
But that's my point. Why would you take Domino's? That's what I'm saying. Get some place you can't get at home. But that's all right though.
Yeah, well, you got to think. We were traveling, Dave. You know, we were on planes for 3 hours and then had to get in Minnesota, walk through a big airport. You know, by the time you do that on the first day, you ready to just, you know what I'm saying? You ready to just order some
pizza luce.
I would have took McDonald's at that point. I wasn't tripping. but real quick, if you ever want to know
damn burger Happy Meal.
I'm not listening to none of y'all when it comes to where the food at. Y'all know who I'm listening to.
Well, that's Yogi.
At the bottom right there, man. Listen,
right.
You want to know where the food at in Minnesota? Yogi gonna find it. I'm gonna promise you right now.
Yogi, tell him about what you did on Saturday.
Oh yeah, so there was SKOLFEST, and then I had the little gritty competition with that awesome I think he's younger than me. Gio. Awesome person. So glad that I got to meet him. I kind of wish they served Juicy Lucy's at the SKOLFEST. Yeah, SKOLFEST.
Yeah.
You know, so I had food from, first of all, the place at SKOLFEST, the restaurant that was built into my hotel, and then that one pizza place. So that was a lot of eating to go around, you know, but different days, obviously. And overall, a fantastic, fun weekend. And then you have the game, you know, and then, and then my mom and I almost not getting in. That was crazy. Yeah,
that was.
Wait,
She told me about
what
that.
happened? I didn't hear that.
She lost the ticket.
Oh, yeah,
no.
yeah.
No, she gave up her tickets, right? Isn't that what? Because she thought she had them for the game.
No, the actual field tickets, like the Delta ticket. They gave them physical. They gave them like little 2 physical tickets, and she misplaced them, I think, on accident. But they wound up figuring it out.
Yeah, pretty quickly. By the time we ran into them, they had it figured out, and then everything was good again until we lost the game, of course.
Yeah, I was standing on her best case when she was telling us.
But JJ was able to meet some people afterwards. JJ
so tell everybody who you met, like, you know, as far as players and coaches throughout the process.
JJ. I met Wes Phillips.
And what'd you tell Wes Phillips? He was old.
Nothing rude.
Call a better game. Just kidding.
You told him. Well, you told him to follow you on YouTube, and he didn't know what that was.
I said sub by accident. I said sub to
shout
out
an older coach. Man, let's go with the.
we got to pause for the 50 bomb. We appreciate Skol TY. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for sure.
Also, we do want to mention, if anyone doesn't know, Skol TY is also making content on Yogi's channel, and is officially part of the content side of everything we're doing here. So
awesome.
Let's fucking sorry, your mom.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's
my bad. Hey, I didn't even finish it. My bad.
Yeah.
All right.
And just to be clear too, because I know Mama JJ want to make sure, like, we wound up donating those tickets that we got them. So that's how Skol for Life and Mav was able to go to the game, was off of the original tickets that we wound up getting JJ and his mother, which we already kind of knew. Like, once we got JJ to the city, we kind of knew that the momentum was going to pick up, and obviously the Vikings were going to do something. Mabel will tell you, me and her were talking weeks before this whole process, and we were going back and forth about maybe holding off on even buying the tickets because we figured they were going to do it, but then we didn't want to wait too late and not get the tickets, and then they don't do it. But we were about 90% sure that the Vikings were going to do something special for y'all. So, and it turned out exactly how we wanted it, man. And guess what? They got to bless 2 other people. So JJ, nephew and his mama blessed 2 other people that night. You know what I mean? And gave them an opportunity to come kick it with us. So shout out to them for that, man. Let's get a Ric Flair for them.
Yeah, let's
the
go.
The Vikings are the ones that didn't get the job done. Everybody else did. The players on the field are the ones that could not get the job done.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of that, so let's get into this other game. I mean, I don't know if you guys wanted to end anything with this last game, or just ready to just move on to this one.
Man, let's move on, man.
Let's move on.
I'm going to make this question.
I don't want to get all pissed off again, because I would.
Oh, yeah.
Pissed off ain't no F-bombs. What are you talking about?
It's close enough. It's close enough.
I forgot.
You going to say that? That's
when
funny.
I visited the Vikings facility, I met Najee Thompson, who signed me.
Let's go.
Those are sweet, man.
My boy, man. I just talked to Najee today too, nephew. So, man, he really appreciates you. Believe it or not, you know, he appreciates everything you do, man. So me and him,
I think I made him feel special because, first of all, UDFAs aren't exactly people looked at, including punt gunners. So, the fact that I was able to give him recognition and actually recognize him like that, I'm pretty sure I made him feel special, and I'm glad.
Yeah, man. He's thankful for you for sure. He's thankful for you. Yeah, absolutely.
And then I met Cam Bynum. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
shout out Cam Bynum because he played a very good game.
Very good game.
Very good game. He was one of the better players on our team.
He might have been the
defensive
player of that game, honestly. He might have been defensive player of the game. Too Evil to Hope with the super chat. I really think the Vikings need to utilize more tight end screen. All right. Yeah.
Man,
I guess
now we get it though. Now we get why we always go for tight ends and safeties, bro. Like straight up. Like, you know, we need more tight ends to catch more screen passes, man. Like the more the merrier, man.
And then how's Brian Flores in person? Mike Sports Vibes asking, how's Brian Flores in person? Well, Uncle Mike, I think that he's a great guy in person, and He's just like everyone else. But oh yeah, by the way, I asked him because on defense, when we're on defense, we're trying to make loud noises for the offense, like of the other team, to make them like not have good communication. I was always wondering if that also messed up our defensive communication. So then I asked Brian Flores that. He said no, it's good. He's fine communicating even with the loudness. So I'm glad. And then you also have Alexander Madison, who signed a football for me and one of the cards that only 25 of them in the world are made.
Yep.
Oh,
and then recently, yesterday, I had fan mail coming in from. It was a signed card from, I believe, Joe Buck of Fox Sports.
Yeah.
Joe Buck, the Joe Buck.
You got it?
Not with me. I had to put it in a very special place to make sure that it didn't get Yeah, exactly.
He got so much stuff, man. He got so much stuff, bro. And he got more stuff coming. Like they got to mail a bunch of stuff, from Minnesota. So like he's gonna have like a bunch of stuff just showing up this week. So,
and this is just year one. This was just year one.
Just kidding. Right? I brought it with me.
Let's go.
Oh, that's sweet. That is sweet.
There you go.
For real, man. Getting blessed. Man.
The only thing I would say to Brian Flores, y'all hear that comment from Baker Mayfield saying he figured out the signal?
Yeah. Did he actually though, or is that just Baker being Baker?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he's
Probably
not the
Baker
one who said
Baker.
it. It was his running back who said it.
Oh,
so it's not like he was bragging about it or anything.
And then I met Paul Allen, but he didn't have much time because he had to go back to work. But then there was Gabe Henderson and Tatum Everett, who actually did have time.
Now, did you ask? I saw the video and I wasn't sure. Did you ask Paul if, or did you tell Paul you're going to take the job, or was it someone off camera who said it?
I thought it was SK.
I said it to him. I said it to him too on that.
And he
video,
said you can have it right now. I remember.
Yeah, he said I told him he can have it. That's what he told me when I told him that. I was like,
right now. Or like,
I told him he can have it right now.
That was great.
And then
but we considered, we already made the decision that he wants more of the Gabe Henderson role.
Yeah,
right.
Shout out Gabe Henderson.
We said that Monday.
Gabe Henderson is a very humble dude, man. Good dude, man. Like for sure, regular. You know what I mean? Regular, man. You know what I mean?
And then Tatum said you could have. She told me that I could have her job in 11 years too if I wanted.
There you go.
That was pretty. That was
you did a great job making them feel special too, because you said they asked you who you felt the great about meeting, and you told them her and Gabe Henderson. So that was pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know why she told me I had to set my goals higher. She's underestimating herself.
Exactly.
It's not nice. It's not nice.
By the way, I want to shout out.
High.
I want to shout out Rap's video from earlier. That thing was awesome, man. I didn't even realize. I think Dave mentioned you were working on that or whatever. I had no idea you were doing that.
I told the guys at SKOLFEST, I thought, or whatever, when we last talked, I was like, I didn't see Rap filming. He told me he was going to be filming, and I told him today, man, you were sneaky about it. I didn't realize you were filming all that stuff.
Yeah, man. I was putting it, and it's crazy because like it really was supposed to be like a 39. That's why I'd end it kind of abruptly at the end.
Is that a 30 for 30? JJ 30 for 30?
Yeah, like although it ended, it's crazy how it ended on a video where I'm saying that we lost the game and stuff, but yeah, so that's why I just did the little part 2 and just kind of dumped all the rest of the little clips in there, just random clips and stuff. But it turned out good though, man. Appreciate
the RAP
Did they get cut out?
Did
they get cut out?
Yeah, like my computer did something, man. Like when I was rendering it, it didn't render the whole video for some reason. But hey, it turned out good though. You know what I mean? It turned out good, and it's gonna be there forever. And it's good memories, good memories for sure.
Yep. Especially when we
How are you such a good editor?
Back on that one.
How are you such a good editor though? I need to learn from you.
Just practice, man. Yeah, you just practice.
We talking about practice, not a game.
Hold on. I got you right here.
Oh yeah.
Listen, we talking about practice, not a game. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Uncle Day. Oh my God, that was nice.
All right, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to these Eagles, man.
Yeah. One thing before moving on to the Eagles game, I did want to say, on a positive note, that the rookies stepped up in this last game.
Yeah.
So moving forward from here, we saw Jordan Addison step up. Obviously, he had that nice touchdown. He ended up having, I saw one stat saying he had the highest the highest mile per hour run or whatever of the entire
19
game.
something, yeah.
19 something, which
And someone said he had 140 miles per hour in the off season.
of course it is.
Well, my prediction
course they
fell
did.
short. He got 60 some yards. I said he'd get 85, one for every mile over the speed limit he was going.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta play this
by
for
the
Too
way-
Evil. I gotta play this
By
for
the
Too
way,
Evil.
Uncle
What is it?
Jamie,
He's a guy
What's
who's not
up?
going to win a Super Bowl ever. in his
thanks
life.
to your
Feel very confident about that. Kirk Cousins
Wait,
not
hold
going to win a Super Bowl. Never going to happen.
Oh.
Never ever. So don't do him.
Don't do that.
Nah, we ain't
Okay,
gonna,
Jamie,
we ain't gonna stomp. We ain't gonna curb yet, man. We ain't gonna curb
No,
yet. It's
no,
only
no.
week
It's too
one.
early.
Only
Wait till
week
after
one. Only
tomorrow
week one.
night.
What's up, JJ? What's up?
thanks to Uncle Jamie's terrific language, I can't stream this on my channel anymore. I'm gonna have to delete it.
Oh, that's
Why?
a good point. Good job,
The-
Jamie.
The second word, the second
child
word was
settings,
like
man.
sentence.
Why? So it does that if you if you
Yeah,
if it
because
curses?
he's
It does it
because-
really?
Yeah, if you're until you get
Underage.
you can have a channel if you're underage, but there's
You gotta
certain-
just lie. You gotta
you know how
lie
like
on the
when you
birthday.
make a video and it's got that button made for kids.
Yep.
When you have a channel, it's always made for kids. If you until
Right.
you get to 18, I think. But
How does that
anyway,
work? They just like go through the transcript?
Pretty much.
I think it'll run. It's gonna run. It'll
It'll
run.
run.
Don't
it's
want
fine.
that
It'll
cop
run.
rule coming after you. That's no good.
Yeah, it'll run. I'm pretty sure I said it wrong anyways. So back to the rookies though. Sorry, JJ.
Change
I'm
the
sorry,
subject.
JJ. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I can't go back in time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro.
But
You could
Jordan-
cut it out.
Jordan Addison, Ivan Pace Jr. looked fantastic. I think someone wrote in here
Yep.
earlier that he had a
Yep.
90 PFF grade as a pass
Yeah.
rusher, which was number one out of all linebackers.
Though
And
he
then
did,
Mekhi
he
Blackman-
did pull off on the Baker tackle. He pulled off.
That was the
on
one
Baker
thing. But
tackle,
I mean,
He did,
I
but
feel-
Yogi had a good point earlier on his show though, man. Like I ain't gonna lie, when it came to that situation, if he would have went full force, not knowing if Baker. Matter of fact, tell him what you said, Yogi, since you here.
Basically, with quarterbacks running that close to the sidelines, man, you go to hit them, they step out, you hit them, you get that.
flag.
Yep, you get that flag. So I can understand why he pulled off a little bit.
Right. And the
Yeah.
other thing too is he also had coverage responsibilities, and that's why he didn't break until he was for sure that Baker was going to run it. Because if he breaks too early and then Baker throws the ball to the guy he's supposed to cover, what are we going to say? Oh, Ivan Pace made a rookie mistake leaving his coverage responsibility. So if it had been like 3rd and 7, wasn't that the play that they got that encroachment penalty that changed it from 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 2?
I mean, how about we talk
there was
about
a-
Daniil? How about we just talk about Daniil Hunter, like just being horrible in pursuit and stuff like that too, man. They got to take some of it too, man. You know what I mean? Like Ivan Pace was flying around all game,
Absolutely.
dog.
I ain't blaming him. I'm just saying he was
Like
caught
he
in a
was
bad
flying
spot.
around all game, bro, and
Yeah.
we cannot
And-
blame him for that one, man. Like
And
for
I
real.
just,
I mean,
I just had to bring the hype down a little bit.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
you.
but-
I feel you.
I
But
mean-
he performed though. He
Yeah.
performed.
And
for
I
sure.
mean, he's still an undrafted free agent rookie in his first game of his NFL career. So I don't know. I mean, if you're banking on that guy to be the one to
win the
finish
game
out
for you.
for you,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
like your expectations are way too high. Anyways, he's going to have rookie mistakes. That's why they call him that.
Right.
So you
I think
can't
there
put
was
too much
only
on him.
two. I think there's only 2 players that had scrub grades, and that was Jones and Ingram. And I don't know
Let's
why
get
Jones.
to it.
I haven't
How do
looked
we
at
feel
that.
about Daniil Hunter, bro? Listen, I'm just
He
gonna
got a
put this out
sack.
here.
Hey,
He got a sack. I don't care. Listen, I'm
got
gonna
the
just put
only
this out here,
one.
y'all.
He got
I'm
the
gonna just
only
put this
one.
out here, y'all. Daniil Hunter don't seem the same to me. I'm just keeping it.
He got
Listen,
the
I'm
only
looking
one.
at these pass rushers in this NFL, like the Micah Parsons and stuff, bruh. It's different, dog. Like they just look different from our pass rusher. They do. I'm sorry. I hope Daniil turns up, but I'm telling you, it just looks different, man. It does. Like
Well,
a lot of these other guys are just seem a lot quicker, and Daniil Hunter's style just isn't working anymore or something. I don't know. Because that
It
sack he
also
got
could
was
be-
bogus anyway. It wasn't like a dominant sack where he just bull rushed the guy. It's like Baker backed up into him and he grabbed him. You know what I mean?
I'll
One of
also
those
say
DJ
that
Wannums.
the Vikings don't have anybody else on their D line that they have to worry about, so teams are going to focus on him a little bit more too. I mean, that
Yeah.
could be part of it. I don't know.
Yeah, what's up with Davenport, man? He playing tomorrow or not?
He's
What's up?
still listed as questionable.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Quasey,
that
man.
was
Quasey.
And you guys were
Same
all
injury
mad because I
as
wanted
Christian
Giannis.
Darrisaw.
Yeah, and you saw what Yannick was doing. I think Yannick got 2 sacks. In the
I
would've-
back.
I would have been cool if we would have tried to pull that off. But no, anyway, so yeah, we'll go away from this game. Obviously, there's some frustrations here. So what can we do?
Shout out Zach in the building. What's up, Zach?
What up, Zach? What up? What can we do in this game? Like, what needs to be different? How are we going to beat these Eagles? Obviously, most people probably, and maybe even some of us, had that as a loss going on the schedule before the season started, and now, after we got to be really hopeful here, because after a loss like that, things can get ugly for us quick. So we kind of need to go in this game, especially a game last week where the Eagles did not look great against a pretty average Patriots team. They have Bill Belichick, and they definitely had some holes in their game as well. What do you guys think is going to be the number one reason why we might have a chance at winning this game?
The Eagles do the same to us as we did to the Buccaneers, and take it as an easy win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and we
overlook them.
Yeah,
hopefully they overlook us.
Yeah,
Who do
our
the
key
Eagles
to
play
victory
next
is them overlooking us.
Yeah. Let's see who the Eagles play next week, and maybe they'll be overlooking to that game like we did ours.
But we'll go around the horn though. Like we'll start. I'll start it off, then we'll go JJ, then we'll go Dave. We'll kind of do it like that, just so it stays in order. Everybody can get their spill. Now, listen, I'm gonna keep it real, man. My honest opinion.
I gotta get back to work.
All right, Yogi. We love you, man.
Thanks, Yogi.
Hey, look, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Like I gotta keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Like tomorrow gonna get nasty. It's gonna get nasty, y'all. I'm telling you, listen, with Carter, listen, when I tell you, man, the Eagles D-line is they are about to eat tomorrow night, bro. Like, and guess what? This isn't being a negative Nancy about our football team. This is just being this is just talking reality, man. Mm-hmm. Those dudes are some savages, bro. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Austin Schlottman, Ed Ingram, if that and Darisaw is questionable, man, God forbid he cannot play tomorrow. Man, it's gonna look like we got the y'all remember what the preseason looked like?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that? Now just imagine that going up against Jalen Carter, Fletcher Cox, I forget the other dude's name that's really good, Mills or something. They got another dude that's like performing really well, Jordan Davis, bro. I'm telling you,
Jordan Davis,
bro. I mean, honestly, like I say, the only way I see us winning, you know what I mean, is if they overlooking us, or any given Sunday phase can that little thing can play a part too, where the ball just bounces our way. You know what I mean? Just things just happen. But if it's head up, man, we're not winning this football game. I'm sorry. And it's going to be because of the trenches, bro. It's going to be because Kirk Cousins isn't going to have any time to throw. And once he gets hit a couple times by Jalen Carter, it's a wrap, right? He's going in his shell. It's over with. I'm telling you right now, it's over with. So that's what I'm saying about it. Go ahead, nephew. You tell him what you think about it.
Yeah, I think that our offensive line is definitely something that Kwesi should have addressed earlier. Now, as much as I love Kwesi, I think that he made a tad bit of a mistake here. Well, maybe not a tad considered by you guys, but it was definitely a mistake made by Kwesi for not addressing the O-line. Now, the obvious reason or the obvious solution was Dalton Risner, but maybe there was more to it that we didn't know, But as far as I was saying, and as far as we probably know, I saw that Risner was definitely ready. Like he said, he posted on, I believe it was Twitter, which is now called X. I think he's ready. He fans asked him, "Hey, you still like purple?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm ready." So I think that he was definitely ready, and maybe Kwesi saw something that we didn't. But there's one thing for sure though: this O-line that we have now is not the solution. No.
Other than our tackles, but
right.
Even they're too injury prone. Like,
that's a very
Not
good.
Wrong.
Yeah, that's the Darisaw thing. Is this? I mean, we know he's injury prone, and we don't want to really talk about it. But that's a definitely real thing to say. I mean, again, already on the injury report, after his first 2 seasons, even though he's so good. We've been dealing this ever since he was a rookie. So
we have Quessenberry though. Remember David Quessenberry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wonder. When do we start asking for Brando? instead of Ed Ingram here.
2 months ago.
Which one of you guys said that Blake Brando should be at right guard? Was it Uncle Dave?
That was
Yeah,
Dave.
I think
Yep.
so.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
better than him right now. Just better than him right now.
All right,
just not
Justin,
hard
what
to
do you
say.
think? What are you
before I
feeling
get
going into this game?
Before I get to my thoughts, if y'all didn't wipe your feet at the door, hit them like buttons. And if you could, by the end of the night, sub to all the channels you don't already sub to. Let's get JJ's numbers up. Let's get GG's numbers. Let's get everybody's numbers up here. As far as tomorrow goes, Kevin O'Connell's going to have to be a lot better than he was on Sunday. The team looked unprepared, undisciplined. You got 2 false start penalties. You got lining up offsides on a damn field goal. I'm just saying, KOC, I know you came from the Rams where you got your long developing routes with your wide receivers down the field. I appreciate and I love that kind of offense, but we don't have the Rams offensive line that you had when you won a Super Bowl with them. You are going to have to adjust. Now, at the end of it, I don't want to see another daggone tight end screen for at least 6-7 more games. You've used your quota for the first half of the season, but don't be doing – you need to move Kirk. You need to move the pocket organically because Kirk, for all of his strengths, one of his biggest weaknesses is he follows the script to the letter. So you need to script some rollouts. And I don't mean naked bootlegs where the defensive end engages the tackle for a half second and then the tackle lets him go because he's still going to be right up in Kirk's face. So what you need to do is you need to have some rolling pockets where Kirk doesn't turn his back to the defense to carry out the play action. You just need to literally just have everybody roll to one side so that Kirk can keep his eyes downfield and run shorter routes. Don't go much past 15 yards. Don't be doing 30-yard routes unless – I'm not saying don't ever take a shot because you got to take shots once in a while, obviously. But you need to do stuff like that to where – you're helping Kirk as much as you can and having him turn his back where then he turns around and sees somebody in his face. He's going to dump the ball off to the tight end or to CJ Ham. So that's what Kevin O'Connell's going to need to do to get into this game to have a chance to win is to kind of let go of some of what he likes to do and just simplify the game plan because our offensive line, as you said, Rap, is not going to hold up against these guys. It's just not going to happen.
The problem with going fourth now is all my other thoughts. All my thoughts have been taken already. I was gonna lay into to Kevin O'Connell, but yeah, no, I think you did hit the nail on the head there. I think he needs to get a lot more creative. I mean, I'll stick with the offense a little bit. Maybe don't stop throwing the ball to your best player in the second half of the game when you need to start scoring some points.
Exactly.
And the big thing, be creative. I think I heard a lot of people talking about that. Like it's just they didn't move Justin Jefferson around it. Like, you know, some of the creative ways that they would move him around to try to get him the ball when it just wasn't happening. Like, I don't know. And then me and Jamie were talking during and after the game about how last year we started off hot in the first quarter, did nothing in the second, third, and ended and then played hot again in the fourth. We kind of flipped the script this time. We played really well in the second quarter, and then that was kind of it, right? Like offensively, we didn't get much going after that, like before or after that. So, that's been my biggest gripe. Like, I think Kevin O'Connell, the leader, like Kevin O'Connell, the head coach of the team, does a fantastic job. Like, I think he's got everything you need from a head coach. I was hoping he'd take a huge step in play calling in the second season. And so far it's only been one game, but I'm not impressed. So
totally agree.
Part of me thinks if we get to midseason, he can't do it. Maybe pass the play calling along and just be a head coach. Cause you're great at that. Like, you know, he knows the ins and outs of football. You can tell that he knows how to motivate, but when it comes to just play calling, and maybe it is just, you know, having to come up with a new scheme, like dump the McVay stuff and try your own thing. But I don't know. It just needs to be a lot more clean offensively, a lot more creative, and like starting off got to have it drives with tight end screens is absolutely ridiculous. So love Kevin O'Connell. Think he's going to be the coach of this team for a long time, but he needs to change a few things up.
It can be hard though to go away from something that you've been knowing for a long time, you know, in any context, not just the sport of football.
Yeah,
you know?
but also there was also the thought process of don't show too much in the game against the Buccaneers. So maybe that's part of it too. I don't know. Yeah. I hated that when people were saying that don't show too much in the Buccaneers game because you got to play Philadelphia on Thursday night. It's like, no, you go to
not at the cost of the game itself.
Exactly. But like going into this game, I thought like I said, you know, win the Bucs game and lose this one. Now that we lost the Bucs game, I think this is kind of almost a must win, so the season doesn't spiral out of control because you got a good team coming up next too with the Chargers. So this is kind of a must win in my book.
Yeah. I wanted to say, just like JJ was saying, it's hard to, change things up or going away from things as an easy. But for KOC, it seems to be easy with Justin Jefferson. In that second half, it makes no sense how, like you said, like be creative with your plays. And we were creative with Justin Jefferson earlier in that first half of the game. I just don't know. This is exactly what happened to us last season with these second quarter and third quarter lulls. Was we were just not giving the ball to Justin Jefferson anymore. I mean, how many times? There's at least a couple games last year where Justin Jefferson had 100, 130 yards in the first half just to have 2 catches in the second half or whatever, It happened multiple times. And I mean, it is a lot of the same thing as before. One thing I do want to bring up, and, we have a video kind of coming out on this, is I do want to bring up more about Jordan Addison. And the last time we played the Eagles, we didn't have TJ Hawkinson. We didn't have, or we had Adam Thielen, again, KJ Osborne. I'm hoping that KOC knows what he sees in Jordan Addison. He comes out and doesn't play any games, makes Jordan Addison the wide receiver too, because I think it's probably obvious to most of us that, Jordan Addison looked a lot better than KJ in that game. I mean, you could probably even say KJ is one of the reasons, at least on offense, why we might have lost this game. And going against the Eagles, obviously we know Darius Slay is going to be on Justin Jefferson most of this game. They have their little beef from last season. I'm hoping that Justin Jefferson shows them up this week, but they don't got James Bradbury, so their cornerback 2 is gone, and you still have TJ Hawkinson. So I do think you're going to have an opportunity to keep Jordan Addison open. And like Justin says, obviously, no matter what, it all starts with the trenches. If they create that pressure on Kirk Cousins, and then Noah Irv Smith dropped last year, Casey made a good point earlier when I was talking to him today that TJ Hawkinson doesn't miss that. But
Uncle Rap and I agreed that Uncle Rap and I will always agree until the day we die that you do not wear number 84 and go make a mistake like that. Don't even wear number 84.
Thank you, nephew. Thank you.
Oliver looked to have a solid game last week, so hopefully we see that up. So we have 2 tight ends that probably
I don't give a damn.
Catch.
He still need to take 84 off.
Yeah, I know.
We
need to wear 86 or 82 or something.
We need to retire.
Switch your number.
We need to retire that jersey. Yeah.
I don't like nobody that wears 84. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't.
Either way, though, Jordan Addison, I'm hoping we see more of him again. Try our best to create less pressure from that interior. It's probably not going to happen. Probably use Jordan Addison in some cross routes, kind of like Justin was saying, to kind of get away from that. And and then on defense, I want to mention the Eagles running game is looking terrible without Miles Sanders. They had the lowest PFF grade as far as run goes out of the 36. Gainwell, who was their number 1 running back last week, was hurt. So I am hoping we don't have to worry about that on defense. And then we just kind of have to worry about covering AJ Brown and Devonta Smith, and then keeping Jalen Hurts in check as much as we can. But those are kind of the only ways. Pretty much we have to have a perfect game in all of those things. Use Jordan Addison. Hopefully Justin Jefferson steps up. Hold the offense, that D-line as much as we can, and, get the ball out earlier. That's another thing. I want to say about Kirk Cousins that really stood out to me is he seemed very hesitant on a bunch of throws where he could have thrown the ball. Like, I think even TJ Hawkins, it looked a lot like the 4th and 8 from last season, but in this scenario, it's like it's first down. So you make that throw, and he kind of waited and then threw it to TJ after that and ended up not being a catch. And there was a couple times where I saw a guy open and he just hesitated. He wanted to, I don't know if he wanted a different throw or what it was.
Check down Charlie, man. He was looking for the check down, man. Check down Charlie.
Well, so anyways, Kirk Cousins, obviously iffy game, but he has to come in and play and not let that happen. And, you're going to expect this. You're going to expect a pass rush in this. So, yeah. Hopefully we can get a win. We pretty much need.
No, look, I seen somebody say something about Kirk has one of the slowest, 3-step or 5-step dropbacks too. So that plays a big part too. He's very slow on his dropback.
Dave, what do you got?
In the average.
I don't know.
Oh, one more thing.
We had 6 yards of play and 3 yards of run. So I don't think I don't think it was check down Charlie at that game.
Hold on 1 second, Dave. Again, everybody in here, like the videos, like all the videos if you can, and subscribe to all the channels. Every single channels of Purple and Skol'd Media is in the description. So go down there, click those links, and subscribe to all those channels. We'd appreciate you all so much for that. All right, Dave, what we got?
Well, Casey talked about us being good in the second quarter. Well, we only had one drive in the third quarter, and that was a touchdown. So we just thought we were gonna have more drives in the second half, apparently. And then fourth quarter, we were conservative. We started off 2 drives in a row with a negative play, and it's just you can't do that. And it reminded me of the second drive at the end, the second to last drive of the Giants game, where we threw twice behind the line of scrimmage and just put us behind the chains. It's just you can't do that. But the run game is not fixed yet. Thank God that Alexander Maskin has just individual effort to fall forward and to fight for every yard, because it wasn't his fault. Our offensive line blocking and in fact scheme was, we had a goal line play where we let Vita Vea, we pulled Ingram. If there was a mistake, there was a mistake, but we pulled Ingram and Vita Vea had a line to Madison and knocked him flat 5 yards deep. But we ended up scoring, thank God, to Madison on a swing pass. But
barely
that offensive line did not block well running the ball. Now, pass blocking, believe it or not, I think the only one that did not have at least a starter, if not decent grade, was Ingram. He was just that big of a hole that they game planned stunting and blitzing over the top of him. He does not pass off blocks. He turns his back and people blitz right by him when he could have picked up the blitz. You know, things like that Ingram just cannot do right now. And KOC needs to pull up the big boy pants, not worry about people's feelings. Like, he should have fired Ed Donatel in the bye week. He should say, Ed, Ingram, you're not ready right now. You're not ready right now. And then the other couple of things is, I agree, Addison should right now be wide receiver 2. He's a better player than KJ Osborne. He has better chemistry with Kirk than KJ does for some reason. It just didn't seem like KJ and him were hooking up very well. It was a throw was off or whatever, but Jordan Addison looks great. He looks great. And there was 22 plays where we had 2 receiver sets and he wasn't on the field, right? Because he's not wide receiver 2. That's 22 plays we could add Jordan Addison in that game. So we eliminate one player, Ingram, we win that game. We put Jordan Addison wide receiver 2. Just do that. We win that game. There's so many things that we just do one thing. Don't be offsides on a field goal.
Yep.
We win the game. There's so many things. We just take one thing out.
Don't waste
we win that game.
Out on your field goal unit. Or for some reason, Lewis Seen was like he was running off the field on that. That's why they had to call a timeout. I don't know. That was ridiculous. That was such a.
Lewis Seen was like, man, I'm getting in this game. I'm getting in this game, coach.
Finally, yeah.
Dude, what are you doing out there?
Well, and then there's things like this.
Get back on that bench.
You don't know you as a coach didn't realize you only had Asamoah in there for 2 snaps.
Yeah.
You're interviewed at the end of the game, and you're like, "Oh, I have to go back and look at it." Oh, yeah, Asamoah only had 2 snaps.
I mean, but that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me when you got a pace gang on it.
And
you gonna ride that bench. You gonna ride that.
Admitted that there's supposed to be a mix in there. We'll have to go back and look at it. But
you ride that hay.
Hicks, for his credit, played pretty well though.
Oh yeah, Hicks played good. I mean, there's so many guys that played good. I don't know what to tell you, man. They look good.
They got tired out on that first drive of
2 players.
Quarter, though. That 9-minute drive, that 9-minute drive to start the third quarter was a killer.
And it should only have been like a 7-minute drive because we were offsides on a field goal.
But so part of the things I was kind of wondering, like kind of watching back some of it, is obviously we've been talking all offseason about aggressive on defense. Do you think at one point the Buccaneers took the first half, saw how aggressive we were going to be, and started kind of taking advantage of that in the second half? I feel
they only scored 10 points the second half. A lot more
some shorter plays, some shorter developing plays to
kind of take advantage of the. That you were just making, and the Vikings for the first 6 defensive drives or first 7 had 6 3-and-outs, one of which was a 4-and-out to kick a field goal after one of the fumbles when they were in field goal range. So their offense didn't do anything until they got into the 2-minute drill. And then you got halftime, and then you got that 7-minute ended up being 9-minute drive. I think that just got them worn out. And after the Vikings went on their touchdown drive, the Vikings offense then went 3-and-out and 3-and-out. I don't know that they wore themselves out by doing too many aggressive things. I think the game circumstance just kind of ended up backfiring against them because, you had the back-to-back possessions for all intents and purposes around halftime, and then after only one sustained drive, had 2 3-and-outs. They were just on the field too much in the second half, I think. The first half, the time of possession was 19 minutes to 11 in favor of the Vikings. And if you're up 24-10 at that point, then what happens in the second half doesn't materialize the way it does. So you have it might be that I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying I think it was more the game flow than anything.
One of those drives, Metellus had Mayfield dead to right, and he pitched it to the running back for 9 yards. And we have a face mask. There's just mistakes there, that we could, maybe. And I don't think Jalen Hurts is easier to get down.
Is in the building.
Oh, and let me just some bright points here is that the Eagles, they had 250 yards offense. Jalen Hurts did not have a great game and had a very costly, what could have been a very costly fumble. The Patriots had 2 chances to win the game at the end of the game. 2 chances. They stuffed them on 4th down, got the ball back again to go down and try to score again. So the Patriots out 100 more yards than them. There's opportunity.
The Eagles did that. The Eagles did that last year too, though. They started slow. Remember, they almost lost to the Lions. Remember, they went like back.
Well, yeah, but it's barely. They still got things to iron out, just like we do. So
they do. But the
defensive line compared to our offensive line is obviously the big.
Right. How you feel, nephew? Go ahead, nephew. How you feel, nephew?
First of all, Uncle Dave, I saw your clip of the Jordan Addison touchdown. I really like it. Really like it. It's really good.
Well, I just stole it for somebody else and put music to it.
It's good.
We'll take
and
it.
Also,
I was about to say, I'm not get copyrighted for that.
I edited it.
Like I said in the comments. Yeah, exactly. Like it's so weird with the word. Like I edited it. I edited it. It's edited. It's edited.
I performed an edit on it.
Good job. Yeah. Woo.
What's up next shift?
Hey, I want to make a quick shout out here. So this is SK's in the building. So Dave is actually going to be, I got 2 with PSF, but Dave is going to be joining Rap and SK on PSF. If anybody doesn't have it, it's an app that is actually officially just today, right? Is available in the Android store.
Yeah.
However Android works. So now everybody in here can go and download that and hear these guys for post games and all that stuff. So everybody go and download PSF. Also, there's a lot of our Vikings community is in there BSing and all that good stuff. So everybody definitely go.
And real quick, Jamie, let me just add a couple more things there that you might not know is tomorrow, me and SK we're streaming the game on there. So we're going to be watching the whole game on there. And we're actually going to have Sean Salisbury is going to be with us too. So for the people who don't know who that is, Dave can tell you a little more too, because Dave actually watched them play in person.
My first Vikings game was 1994, week 17, and Warren Moon had a knee sprain, and Sean Salisbury started. So my first Vikings game, the quarterback was Sean Salisbury, and we beat the San Francisco 49ers week 17.
Wow, what a dream.
And we won the game, and our defense looked awesome. That was
and
nice
he was
a
big anchor. He was really big on ESPN too. So you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he was he did what was that guy that he did that he was like a duet with him all the time with the I don't know. The what was it the professor?
I know what you're talking about too.
Yeah, he was the pencil neck dude.
Yeah.
Personally, Sean Salisbury lost his job,
name, bro?
Or did not get his contract renewed for a particular reason, but I won't go into that.
Yeah, we won't get into none of that. But yeah, he's going to be with us. He's definitely going to be with me and SK tomorrow night, man. So it'll be fun. So y'all make sure y'all tap into the PSF app, man. The app is fire. It's free, So, hey, he going to be there calling the game with us for a little while. You know what I mean? So it'll be fun, man. So tap in. Make sure.
Oh, and Jordan Addison, by the way, I think he weirdly reminds me a little bit the way he moves of Amir Smith-Marset a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Bit.
I could see that.
They both have that kind of like quick movement. It's just that ISM was just a bit of a bigger dude, though. Is all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a little bit better out of Jordan Addison though.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna.
Yeah.
Jordan Addison, he's got cleaner route. Jordan Addison has routes he shouldn't have for being a rookie in the
more
NFL.
reliable hands, maybe probably
and more
too.
reliable hands.
Here's the thing, though.
I'm actually impressed with Jordan Addison's hands. They talked about that being a potential negative on his draft card, and I haven't seen it yet. So that's great.
And we could have had them both.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Uncle SK.
Oh God, he talking about ISM suck. No, I don't think ISM actually was that bad to be. Like if I look at our roster at that time and I look at the other receivers, like you're gonna tell me that
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't mind.
One of those people were better than ISM. I was like,
he won us a game against the Chicago Bears.
Yeah,
he owned the Bears. He owned the Bears.
Though I don't know, who's he playing for? Or he won a championship with the Patriots, right? Didn't he?
No, the Chiefs.
Oh no, not Patriots. With Chiefs. What am I thinking? Wrong quarterback. But yeah, with the Chiefs. So yeah, he has a championship. But is he still on there?
Yeah, he's playing for somebody, and he had a decent preseason game. I heard. He had one decent.
I thought he was an NFL player, man. I thought he was.
Me too. He's definitely.
I thought he was going to make the team. I thought he just needs some time. I was disappointed we didn't keep 6 receivers with him and keep him.
Uncle, I gotta say though,
he's bagging groceries with a Super Bowl ring, boss. Come on,
Uncle SK is interesting. a Kirk meat writer, an ISM hater,
dang.
I see Uncle SK might gotta tap in for that.
I have earmuffs. I have earmuffs after hearing that.
Me too.
No, it's funny. It's funny. Like, so the first time, I picked nephew up at like 6:30 in the morning. We go to Fox 9. SK pulls up, and the first thing, y'all saw the video where they hugged first, and they greeted how they should, but then nephew's like, Uncle SK, why do you meat ride Kirk Cousins so much? I'm like, damn, off the nip? Like, you ain't even gonna let her.
Did his mom hear that?
Yeah, his mom was there. Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat, hit him with why you meat riding Kirk Cousins so much?
And I love Kirk, too, but not the way Uncle SK does. I mean, I do criticize Kirk from time to time, but he's still my guy as well.
That's right.
Uncle SK takes it way too far. Yeah. And then calling Emmitt Smith-Marset like a bust or whatever. Like, come on.
But hey, let's keep it real though. Let's keep it real. This is why I don't believe in Kirk as much anymore too after this weekend. Because I was in a city full of 70,000 Vikings fans, and yet I only seen about 5 Kirk Cousins jerseys, and Dave was one of them. You hear me? And I'm keeping it real, bruh. Like a stadium full of fans. People are wearing 33 Cook jerseys instead. Instead, bro. They're wearing Diggs jerseys. Shout out to my guy Casey. Hey, we rather wear guys that aren't even on the team anymore than wear an 8 jersey.
Funny.
That is crazy, bro.
Before I broke out the Diggs jersey, I was gonna wear my Ponder jersey.
Yo,
that would have
wear a Ponder jersey over Kirk. But the truth is, if you go to any other city and they have a franchise quarterback like that, usually that jersey is going to dominate the crowd.
That's fair.
But we do have Justin Jefferson, which is obvious. A lot of people are going to wear his jersey, and Harrison Smith. But still, like usually the quarterback dominates the crowd, man. You know what I mean? Like you go to KC, obviously all you see is 15 jerseys. You go to Philly, you see 1 jerseys. I mean, but the lack of Kirk jerseys blew my mind, dog. And I say that to say this, and then we can move on. I think that Kirk Crusaders are really just like Twitter bots, dog. I really do. I don't think they're real people, dog. I really don't believe they're real people. I think they're just Twitter bots that are in damn Alaska, some motherfucker. I mean,
you named a lot of players that you saw jerseys of players we drafted.
It don't matter. There was no Kirk.
You don't.
One more thing about Casey's Ponder jerseys. He actually did put a piece of tape across it, so it'd be a number 8. And then he pulled the tape off.
Do you know why I pulled the tape off? Because I was that confident we were drafting Will Levis on draft night. So I was going to put Levis.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been fire though. For real.
That would have been fun. But didn't happen.
But no, be honest, Casey. Be honest, Casey. Was that not surprising though? Like, I mean, if you think about it,
y'all on the quarterback at that point.
No, I'm saying like
Or
as
what?
many fans as you saw all over the weekend, but
It
just
is.
the lack
It
of.
was a little. Yeah, it was a little.
I just feel like Kirk. I mean, no matter what, Kirk doesn't get probably the respect even he deserves. Even for anybody that isn't Kirk fans, he definitely probably deserves more respect than he gets. Even if I still don't believe that he's gonna put our team on our back and win a Super Bowl. Even in this last game, this was a typical Kirk Cousins game. This was. I mean, he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't that good. He wasn't doing anything to make our offense better. Ultimately, our offense is the reason why we lost this game. So that's another thing. Again, Kirk kind of came out, and a lot of us were kind of feeling like, maybe not everybody, but maybe Kirk was going to step up and have his best year this year with all the quarterback series and everything. It just seemed like, maybe to come out with some confidence, but I felt like I didn't really see that confidence in this game. That he was missing throws again.
But they'll look at the 344 yards, and he was number 2 this week in passing yards. And
well, you got Justin Jefferson, you got Jordan Addison.
We don't have.
You
I
fall
don't
out
have
of
4
bed and
hours. Okay,
accidentally do
I
shit
don't
like
have.
that. Sorry.
I got you,
have
Casey.
4 hours
All
right now. I can't listen to this for 4 hours.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the Eagles. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
All
man.
right,
So
back
what
to
else
the
we
Eagles.
got?
I didn't mean to.
I gotta take my leave at 10:30 Eastern, by the way. Because
That is
bedtime there. I still have
15
school
minutes.
tomorrow.
I was
we
about
got
to say,
15
we'll
minutes.
wrap
So
in 15
JJ,
minutes either way.
keep talking about the Eagles. So what do we need to do, JJ, to win this game?
And then let's not forget to end with score predictions.
Right.
First of all, okay, I'm not even gonna go to score predictions. That's how unconfident I feel, Uncle Jamie. That's how unconfident I feel. And then, by the way, I looked in these comments and how surprised I was to find out that Uncle SK actually criticized Kirk Cousins for once.
Oh man. No. Your Uncle SK after the game was like, rap. And SK, I'm gonna spill your beans right now. We're gonna just put this out there. Your Uncle SK came up to RAP. I'm gonna tell you right now, was like, rap. I ain't gonna lie. I see 0-4. Hey, we might as well go all in, trade Kirk, see what we can get for him. Trade he was talking about trade Hunter. He ready to tank for Williams, man. Like for real. SK on that vibe. You feel me? Don't lie, SK. I'm with you, dog. I got you back, SK, man.
They almost 38. The Eagles almost pulled a 38-7 against us, by the way, last time.
Because think about this. If we do start 0-4, there is a conversation to be had.
Well, if we start 0-4, we're going to be 0-5. The 5th game is against Kansas City.
There's a conversation to be had if we start out like that.
Yeah, the the 4th game is against Carolina. So that's like if we lose that game, if we end up 0-4, if we lose to Carolina and we're 0-4, who cares about Kansas City Chiefs? It's definitely a conversation. Because at that point, you're hoping to get 9 wins. Well, some of us are, but we're also sick of getting 9 wins, right?
Right.
So we don't want that. So it is going to be at the conversation. You're going to see a very split fan base, I think, at that point. And you're gonna obviously I wish we would have just re-signed or extended JJ before that last game, just so we knew we had him for the long term before things could get a little bit dicey. But if we do come out in here and a lot of us are wrong about this Eagles game and we come out and win this, I think the titles will change quite a bit, and I don't know, it'll be interesting to see if that happens, but hopefully it's gonna be a tough one.
It's gonna be tough, but if they win tomorrow, they'll be 1-1 after 2 weeks, which is what we all said they were gonna be.
Yeah.
So then you're back to even. Now, if you lose tomorrow, you got that mini bye, and then this Chargers game becomes a must win because you got to get the Chargers, and then you got to get the Panthers, because that'll get you to 2-2 with the anticipation of losing to Kansas City. Then you beat Chicago, and then you hope you can steal the San Francisco game to get back on track. But I'll say this. They would have to be like 0-7 before the Wilfs would ever tear it down and decide to go in that direction. We've had that conversation enough to know that they were 1-5 in 2020, and that was during the COVID season where there were no fans in the stands. They don't want to lose out on. They think they're going to lose out on money if they trade off their players. They had a perfect opportunity to do it in 2020, and they didn't do it. No, we're going to fight back and get to 7-9. Whoop-de ding dong. So I think it's got to get to at least 0-5 or 1-6 before we even consider that, because that's what it would take for the owners of this team to actually sign off on something like that. Plus, oh, by the way, the Vikings out-leveraged themselves and they gave a Kirk a no-trade clause. So even if you did finally come to that conclusion, you'd have to find a spot that he's willing to go to, which is a whole nother can of worms.
New York Jets. Oh.
Yeah, that is.
They ain't got the money. They don't have the money.
No, they have the money. There's just no way Kirk would accept it. There's no way Kirk Cousins would accept going to the New York media.
Why not?
No chance he would accept that.
I think he could. He could handle it.
I don't think he would do it.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Joe Spinoza said that's what he hopes Kirk does. So let's hope he listens to his old buddy, old pal.
I
Joe,
actually
man.
got invited to his spaces yesterday, and I went into
Talk
it.
to him, Joe. Text his wife.
Yeah. Joe is his wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
Sad hearing all this.
Hey, look, Dave about to cry in that corner over there.
Hey,
this is
it's me. I'm trying to cry. I did a video this morning about we actually had we're about to go to a city that was booing this player that they signed for $300 million 11 years in their baseball team, and they did they're a media, one of their big media guys says, hey, how about we root for the guy and let's do a standing ovation. They've done a standing ovation every time he got up to bat, and he killed it for like a freaking month and turned the game around, turned the team around, turned his career around. They got on his back.
Is that Bryce Harper?
How about we do that, man? How about we do that?
Bro,
let's get on these guys' back. I even apologizing to Ed Ingram, telling him I want him bench. No, I want him to play good tomorrow if he's going to start. Let's go. I'm ready to go.
You sound like Blair Walsh after he missed that field goal, having kindergartners write him thank you notes and hey, get better soon.
Hey, but I like it though, Dave. Honestly, I like it, Dave. I do like the positive.
Those poor kindergartners. They should have just told them what's up. No, man. Let's throw some positivity on the purple. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
I like it.
I'm coming in positive with my score predictions.
Me too.
We gotta be positive. We gotta be positive.
I'm looking at Josh Allen sucking. I'm looking at Mahomes losing. I'm looking at Herbert not having a great game. We're talking about the top quarterbacks in the league had bad games this last week.
Yeah.
All right,
Josh Allen sucks.
Jalen Hurts all had mediocre at best games this past week. We're gonna be okay. That's all I'm looking at.
If I were a Jets fan, though, I wouldn't feel too comfortable with the whole Zach Wilson situation.
No, absolutely not.
And the way I feel about Aaron Rodgers is for once in my life, I actually feel really bad for him. You know, he's in a bad situation right now. You know, and I was really excited to see what he would do with the Jets. And
me too.
That looks like it's going to get.
I hope he comes back next year, man.
Yeah, that's a hit to the NFL. That's a hit to the NFL.
Absolutely, it is.
Like after that, I was kind of just like sad. Like I was putting myself in the shoes of those Jets fans. Yeah. Like I remember that year Teddy went down, and Teddy ain't Rodgers, but still, like I remember, like me and my friends went out to eat. We were just kind of sitting there, like we didn't know what to talk about. Like that's harsh. All the hype
I feel bad for Garrett Wilson, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, me too. And my fantasy team because I had both.
Hear what he said, Rodgers to Wilson?
What he said, like sorry kid or something. Like, yeah, that's.
Oh my! Jadis Young says Darius Slay's gonna shut down Justin Jefferson. It's like Uncle Dave said. Darius Slay didn't lock him down. The D line did. As long as you get in Kirk's head and you make it so that he can't really he can't really look at the blitz or anything. Justin Jefferson could be open for like a 20 million yard burn,
and he won't even throw it to him.
Exactly.
Because listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, there was a crucial play in this game where Justin Jefferson was streaking up the middle of the field on a post route, was 3 steps ahead of his defender, but yet Kirk decided to throw an out route to goddamn. I think it was Addison on that play, you know, and Murphy made a hell of a football play, diving and
a corner route.
Murphy bunting a corner route, yeah, but JJ was right there, bro. Like, and you know what made me feel bad is when they interviewed JJ afterwards, and he said, you know, man, hey, sometimes I guess they just don't have me in the play, and it's okay. It seems like he's like low key frustrated, but he's trying to just stay professional. But it really seems like JJ is really not happy, bro. He hates the fact that Kirk does not throw him the ball. And yes, you could say it's the play calling with O'Connell, but I mean,
down there, man.
Yeah, really. Come on,
broke an NFL record or a Vikings record for receptions last year. We don't.
Hey, Jadis, don't make me come to Philly and smack taste out your mouth, boy. We like that for real, man. Go sit your behind down somewhere for you.
I think someone kicked him out of the chat. Good job, whoever that was.
Nice. I was trying to do it, but it wasn't on my end. Let's go, Purple Gang.
Let's go, man. Before we stomp you out for real.
Oh, he's still in here.
Anyway,
JJ.
Anyway, score predictions, right? That's what we're doing. We got 6 minutes till JJ's got to go.
Right, yeah.
Score predictions. I'll start here on this one. So I'm gonna say, well, I was talking about Jordan Addison. I think JJ is going to win this battle against Slay regardless. I do think it's going to be a problem. I think our one problem for sure in this game is going to be our offensive line. But I think Kirk Cousins is going to come in here a little bit more prepared in that. And as from a coaching standpoint, like Justin said, with getting these cross routes in there as well. Of course, don't forget to throw it long to guys like JJ and Jordan Addison and all those guys. Anyways, I'm going to go with 28-24. I don't think we're going to, if we win this game, I don't think it's going to be by a lot. But hey, I'm staying optimistic here. Vikings, let's go.
We got
28-24. Go ahead. So nephew, are you gonna do a score prediction or no? Because I know we don't want to hold you past your time. I know you got 5 minutes.
Oh well, I don't really want to do a score prediction. I'm trying my best to just have hope for us alone. So it's gonna be tough. So
Rap, you want to go?
Right. Yeah, I'll throw something, man. Listen, y'all know, man, it's purple over everything, skull side and no side, man. So I'm obviously gonna pick us to win. I'm gonna put it like that. I got it 23-20. I'm gonna say 23-20, man. I'm gonna keep it real close, man. You know, because I want to win. I mean, my heart's telling me, you know, we about to get dominated like a mug. But, you know, the fandom in me, man. I'm always gonna be like Dave. Shout out to Dave tonight, man, for keeping the positivity in this, and Casey too, for the most part, because Casey and Dave usually like keep everything together as far as when we start going off track talking shit, they kind of bring us back in and like, remember guys, we're Vikings fans, remember, right? And sometimes I need that because I'm a keeper. Y'all know how I get. Like I start getting the rambling on and I start dissing everybody on the team. So I need that. I appreciate you fellas for that. So, you know, 23-20, man, Vikings, man. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Jamie and Dave are the optimist side, and Rap and Jamie and I are more the pessimist side.
Casey and Dave.
Casey, yeah, you mean
I'm sorry.
I try to stay.
Yeah, I know. They look.
Optimistic,
They're like the same height, and they look
Yeah,
like.
We're just G's.
Uncle Dave, how much do you do the production and the punk that show that thing, like the?
What do you mean?
How often do you do that? It's really cool.
Your dual personality show.
Oh, well, I've done 2 so far. I'll probably do 1 this weekend. I was trying to get 1 out for the game tomorrow, but I just didn't have time to do it. So I'll probably do 1 where I'll review the first 2 games if I have time this weekend. The idea was to do it, you know, once a week, but the amount of time that it takes to do that, to shoot both sides and to edit, it's a lot of work. So I didn't want to come with it unless I could make a good production out of it. So that's the reason I haven't done. I didn't do 1 this week yet. So
what's your score prediction though?
You make it look so real, like as if you actually have 2 people, like of your 2 versions of yourself looking at each other.
Like nephew, that's editing right there. Like that's real deal editing right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Not what I do. What I do is easy. I could teach you that in 10 minutes. But that right there, that's a whole different ballgame.
Mm-hmm. Got some Vikings. All right, what do we got, Justin?
So who's next? Am I next or is Dave next?
We'll go you, me, Dave, and Jamie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I left. No, you started.
I started. Yeah,
right.
I skipped the line.
Well, you know, your partner got your back because earlier you said that I stole your take. Well, your partner just stole mine. I said 28-24. And when my prediction video drops tomorrow, it's already been recorded. So when it comes out tomorrow and y'all watch it, you'll know that I'm not lying. But no, I said 28-24.
Same here.
I said 28-24. Vikings are going to find a way to steal this game. And I say that in the context of it makes absolutely no sense, which is exactly what the Vikings do. It makes no sense that they lost to Tampa Bay, and it would make no sense whatsoever that they would beat Philly. So I'm going to go with in Philly on prime time, although supposedly somebody said, well, actually on Thursdays, Kirk's not that bad. Okay, cool. Fair enough. But jokes aside, no, I say 28-24 just because it makes no sense.
Right. I go 24-21, Greg Joseph game-winning field goal. I think I saw it score right there, the same thing. Yeah,
Casey with
on his back.
Yeah.
All right.
Casey with the Greg the leg. Casey, I know you didn't like that video I did saying destroying was coming for Greg the
Oh, yeah.
That was a parody video.
He's been saying that for years.
Yeah, that was
I
a
want
parody
to try
video.
out for G-Strong. Just a tryout, like practice, not a game.
I figured that was the
Not a
video I
game.
did right before the
Practice, not a
trip. I
game.
was like, this will be fun, just a joke, you know what I mean? But he actually can kick the damn football though.
Oh, yeah,
in
for sure.
reality.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he really
So
can.
far, so good. So far, so good.
I
He was
want him
here,
to
wasn't he?
practice.
Wasn't he?
Greg
Wasn't he?
Joseph has not missed a kick yet.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Didn't,
Mateo 28-10.
no extra
Gary-
points either.
Gary
Didn't
Anderson, like,
didn't Destroying do one of like the thing with Gabe Henderson?
Yeah, he was just in the
Yeah.
building. Yeah, and
yep.
him and JJ linked up too recently, so that's why
I
was
think
like,
you talk
damn,
about
like-
making
Yeah.
too much
Oh, yeah,
money.
yep, they did. Yep,
I remember seeing a video of him saying he makes too much money to go play for the NFL.
Yeah, he probably does though. He probably does. He has so many sponsors and stuff. Like, I mean,
Right.
I wouldn't say he makes too much money, but he probably just doesn't have to play in the NFL. I mean, he's cool. with a
Well, you
lot
don't
of
have to put in
players.
that work, you know.
Yeah,
you
you
don't
don't
have
gotta
to
put
go.
in the
You
work.
do
Yeah,
for
like,
fun, man, and
he's
make all that
chilling.
money. Shit.
Yeah.
Right.
He's
Oh,
making so
sorry.
much money now.
Oh yeah.
All right, Dave, close us out. Score prediction.
So, hey, someone brought up about thinking Kirk plays good on Thursday night. Someone posted earlier today, Evil Empire on Twitter, 67 for 94 completion, 71% completion percentage, 266 yards per game, 5 touchdowns, 97 passer rating, 29.3 points a game, 3-0 record since 2019. Doesn't play good on prime time, except maybe Thursday night on short week. So, hey, if it's anything like that, I'm saying we're going to fall short of that 29 points, but 24-20 because we got a defense now.
Yeah, I gotta wrap it up.
We're going to sneak it out.
All right.
All right, man. Hey, we love you, nephew, man. Keep doing your thing. We'll talk to you tomorrow, all right? During the game.
All right,
Sure.
see you tomorrow.
See ya,
All right,
JJ.
See ya. Have a good night. All right, what else?
All
we
right.
got?
You know what?
And there's nothing else to talk about.
This. It's a
Yeah, I know,
It's still going on his channel. It's still going on his channel, though. Just because he ain't here don't mean it ain't going on his channel. You know?
Can you take his channel
I was
off
about
now?
to say somebody's gonna have to show him how to go into his studio and cut out the swear words so that his video can stay up there. But we'll get him hung up on that.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
just
send him a text or something after.
Yeah,
I had For Children up for the longest time before I realized that was on there, and I swore, and I never got anything. But I know he's
I don't
a kid,
think they
though.
do it. I don't think they do it. They don't take your channel or nothing. They don't do.
Oh,
that.
for the longest
but I'm
time, I had
saying,
that thing up there.
because his channel is owned by a minor. They
Well, yeah,
will
that's the thing.
they will
Go, Gary.
be a little more strict with his than they would for ours.
It's all right. We'll get it right. No worries.
We'll get it right.
Gary,
Just
talk
to
him into doing a panel more often.
Yeah.
I talked to Rab. I said, hey, we need to do one for Purple Skol'd Media, man. I think people.
What are you talking about? Like doing a whole.
Gary's
No, we're gonna
channel.
get JJ's gonna be on all the time. Shout out to TY too, Catch 84, man, for joining the family too. He's gonna we're
Absolutely
gonna start seeing a lot of him now.
I'm
I'm excited.
Why'd you have to bring that up? Jamie,
He
hear
said,
that?
by the way.
Hey, I have the most masculine name in the entire world.
Actually,
I don't know what you're talking
you know, it's funny. At
short
work
for
today,
Jameson?
at work today, I emailed somebody and he hit me back, and he hit me back with the yes, ma'am, because my name.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
it's Casey. Oh man.
Oh,
yeah.
you get this life.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'll put
Oh,
my
that's
pronouns in
poor
my email
dudes.
so people know I'm not a woman. I don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
That's Casey with the I.
Yeah, Casey.
Hey, just to
Casey.
reset for everybody, we still got 40-some people in the chat. If you haven't already hit
Dang,
the like
and
button,
it got over 50 tonight.
Let's go. Let's
Shout out
go.
to you guys.
everybody, man.
Shout out
Shout
to
Yeah,
you guys.
Gary, what are you
family, man.
doing, man? But Gary, we really do appreciate you being in here tonight.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely.
100%.
You
100%.
popped the balloon, man.
Jadis,
All
man, Jadis, you bipolar as hell, man. You come in here crazy using the P word, man. You almost got me real mad, man. But hey, good thing you being respectful now, because you really almost pissed me off for real.
I need to figure out how to break some lock boxes. Did I miss something? I wasn't looking
I don't
at
know
the
what
chat.
Sarah's doing. I have no idea where she's
Sarah.
YouTube. Find it. You can find anything on YouTube, man.
Sarah,
Right.
like you need to message me because I have an
Who you
envelope
robbing?
of money.
I told her last
for you.
night. I told her.
Yeah, like
told
what's
her.
up? Like you want the bread or no? Like damn, I ain't go back. Listen, Sarah, I love you to death, but I'm not gonna beat your ear to death now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Message me, please. I can cash app you, whatever we need to do. You know what I mean?
One of the
Alright.
things I saw when we first got on is I forgot I signed Rap's t-shirt like that.
Oh yeah. You can't see it. I have to go up
Did
to
he
the
just snipe
camera,
him?
but
Yeah, please
I
do.
think
Gary.
I forgot what I wrote.
I think
Something
JJ
about
may
you being a
snipe
big
Eagles
Kirk fan with arrows.
That was JJ's
JJ sniped
channel.
them. JJ
That was
sniped Jadis.
JJ's
I
channel.
was looking because I couldn't find it. I wanted to
Of
see
course,
whose
he
it was
comes on
but-
JJ's.
Wrench
All right,
gang.
Hey, real quick, let me
Thanks,
reset
Jay.
here. Hit them like buttons, and then regardless of which channel you watched it on here tonight, if y'all could go to the other channels and just click the like button on the episode, so that the YouTube aggregator will be try to be a little more friendly. Try to be a little more friendly to us. And again, if there's channels that you don't sub to, they're all at the bottom. They are all in the description, so they're all linked there too. So after the show, if you could click on the sub button on the channels you don't sub to, help us grow these communities, because it's actually all one community anyway. But with all that being said, thank you everybody so much for joining with us. We went for an hour and a half. To Gary's point, we'll try to do more of these panels, but it does take a lot. So we gotta save it for special occasions. You know, if you had Thanksgiving dinner every day of the week, it doesn't become special anymore. You know, so
That is true.
Exactly.
I kind of liken it to like on the CW when they had all those superhero shows. Like once a year, they would get together and do the big crossovers where you'd have all your superheroes.
Like
on,
this is the
show.
Avengers show right
This
now.
is this
Avengers.
is the crossover episode of crossovers. You know,
Just to throw out some insight out there, there's these guys that are, you know, comic book, you know, geek culture stuff, and they do a Friday show every week. Get together,
really?
And call it Friday Night Tights, which is kind of a lame name. But
Makes me think I'm rolling into something else when I hear that.
Thousands,
right? Like, damn,
thousands of
Friday
people
Night
on that
Tights.
show,
Put that on
man.
YouTube.
Thousands.
Yeah, man. But
Well,
yeah,
on
man.
that-
I think
on that
we,
positive note,
yeah,
what's
I
up,
think
Lemmy?
We good, right?
Shout out, Lemmy.
What up, Lemmy? But
I
yeah,
know we didn't do our shout outs as much as we normally do, but that's the fun part of being on a panel.
Shout out,
Like,
Lemmy, man.
we you know, it gets to be a little chaotic. So if we didn't shout you out, that's probably the first time on any of our shows we didn't shout out everybody, as you know how religious we are all about that, because we do appreciate the hell out of each and every one of y'all that come watch us. So anything else, boys, before we get up out of here?
I think
Yeah.
we're good.
Oh,
Let's
man.
just hope the Vikings can turn it around and
We get this
go
win,
in
man.
tomorrow night and get this big victory here. So
For anybody in here, though,
Casey, you put all of our channels in the description, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, I did. Everything.
Shout
I
out
do in
Yogi,
description.
man. The fifth down, man. So me and Yogi, we
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
start talking some college football too, man. We got that show, you know, that's coming in the works too, man. We got that coming. So anybody that wants to jump on and talk college football just for fun, we're gonna try to keep it separate from the Vikings content, just something we can do for fun. And if it turns into something, it turns into something, man. For the ones who do like college ball, you know what I mean? So
And then
for
Rap.
sure.
So you said you and SK are on that on PSF tomorrow during the game,
Yeah, we're streaming the game on PSF app.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
after the game, Jamie and I are going to be on the Bleacher Report app.
Let's
doing the
go.
post game show. So make sure to hop over there too if you guys would
Absolutely.
please do that for
And
us.
I guess
before-
I'm competing with PSF, but
Yeah.
I'm doing my first regular season live. So if you guys want to give me a
And-
stopover for a minute, I'd
And
be happy
before
to
the
have
game,
you.
I'll be
One on the
going live.
computer, one on the phone.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Before the game, I'll be going live at about 6:10 Central Time. I will have Dave from Vikings First and Skol'd to join me for the pregame show. We'll probably go for about a half hour, 40 minutes, and then I'll send everybody over to Dave's channel, and I'll send everybody else on over to, what's it called again? Oh yeah, PSF. So like you
and
said,
hey,
get the
shout out to
PSF on-
SK. Shout out to SK and Rap for thinking of me when the opportunity came up with PSF. They said they knew a guy, and they let me jump on board, so I appreciate it. And
Absolutely.
apparently, I'm gonna
Let's
be
go.
paired with the co-host that's on pretty prominent on Twitter. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And also, me and Jamie are on the Purple and Skol'd tomorrow too. We forgot about that. We got
Let's
that.
go.
Purple and Skol'd
Man,
tomorrow. for
y'all
our
see, we
pregame.
busy. We busy.
Yeah.
Jesus, we got
This
a lot
is-
of shows.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's hard for all of us to get together for an extra
Yeah,
show.
right.
Because we be
But,
working, man.
And we need
Yeah,
to
so we'll
sleep
be-
still too.
We'll be doing our sport betting show on there, but it's definitely going to be a cross between with
game.
more of a pregame, probably emphasis on the pregame. Obviously, we got a game directly after our show's over, so we'll be doing that at 6 Central. Hop in there, and I mean, we're gonna hype everybody up and get them ready for this game. Hopefully win some money too. So
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Let's go, man. Thank you, everybody, again.
Thanks,
man.
everybody.
I
Y'all
mean,
have a
we
good night.
appreciate you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
For sure.